After months of heartwarming preparations for my book launch, my kids chose spa day. Here's what happened next. Jenna stood staring at the mirror, her reflection a mix of excitement and apprehension. Today was the day. Months of late nights, coffee-fueled writing sessions, and the relentless juggling of shifts at work had culminated in this moment, her first book launch. The cozy town of Maple Grove felt more alive than ever, a backdrop of warmth and familiarity radiating through the windows. Her children, Alex and Mia, were supposed to be there, cheering her on as she crossed a threshold she'd dreamed of for years. As she pulled her hair into a quick bun, the door swung open. "Mom!" Alex and Mia burst in, their excitement palpable. "We've decided on a spa day instead." Jenna's heart sank. A spa day? But today, as she struggled to form the words, her disappointment swelling like a tide. They were unaware of the countless hours she had sacrificed, weaving her identity into the fabric of this launch. "Mom, we really need a break from all the chaos," Mia exclaimed, oblivious to the weight of Jenna's emotions. She wanted to scream, to explain how hard she'd worked to get here, but the words felt stuck in her throat. Were they truly missing the point? Her heart ached with confusion. Jenna had poured everything into her dreams, believing her children would understand the value of hard work. Instead, they opted for pampering. The thought gnawed at her, a subtle whisper of self-doubt creeping into her heart. Was she hiding her aspirations behind motherhood? Before she could navigate through the storm of her thoughts, a knock at the door interrupted her spiral. It was Mrs. Thompson, their neighbor, holding potluck dishes with a warm smile. "Surprise, Jenna. We're having a gathering to celebrate you." Suddenly, the flicker of hope mingled with a rising storm of emotions. Community members began arriving, each carrying a dish, laughter bubbling around. But as Jenna looked toward her children, bubbly in their excitement for spa day, she felt the simmer of frustration. They chose self-care over her moment. "Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen." Now let's continue. The laughter of neighbors filled the room, each one sharing their stories of struggle and triumph. It became a celebration of resilience, not just for Jenna, but for everyone in the room. One woman shared how she built a small business from scratch, another how she managed to keep her family afloat during hard times. Suddenly, it was not just about Jenna's book but a tapestry of shared dreams woven together in support and admiration. But as the night drew on, Jenna's eyes kept drifting to Alex and Mia. They were miles away from this shared joy, lost in their cushioned world of indulgence. Had they truly missed the lesson hidden in her sacrifice? Or was the real lesson, perhaps, being reminded to take time for oneself? Jenna was faced with a choice: remain tangled in frustration or embrace the community surrounding her. A mix of love and longing flashed in her heart. It was messy but beautiful, just like family bonds. She longed for clarity, for the connection that would bridge her dreams with her children's understanding. Would this night somehow bring them all together in the end? Happened next. The doorbell chimed, slicing through the cozy hum of the gathering, and Jenna's heart quickened. Who else could possibly show up? Curiosity twinkled in the eyes of her friends as they nudged each other, stealing quick glances toward the door. When Jenna opened it, she was met with a burst of familiar sense. Her best friend, Kim, stood there, arms laden with a beautifully wrapped gift. "Surprise! I couldn't miss this moment," she exclaimed, her face radiant with joy. Jenna's heart swelled, the edge of her earlier frustration blurring just a bit more. "Thanks, Kim." Jenna smiled, feeling renewed by the affection of those around her. She waved her friend in, grateful that she was here to share laughter and memories. As the party continued and the food disappeared, Jenna caught snippets of conversations, laughter threading through the air like a warm quilt. With each chat, she regained a sense of belonging, of community support. Yet, every now and then, her gaze would drift back to Alex and Mia. They were nestled in a corner, their faces lit by the glow of their phones, apparently not a care in the world that it wasn't just about the book anymore. It was the reminder of how fragile dreams can feel when you're also raising children you hope will understand hard work. She felt like she was standing on a precipice, teetering between fulfilling her dreams and being attentive to their world. With a deep breath, she didn't dwell on it. She joined in the conversations, replaying memories with old friends, sharing snippets of her book just enough to ignite curiosity. "It's a love letter to all the mothers out there, juggling everything every day," she said, voice steady and filled with pride. Applause followed her words, and for a moment, she felt the weight of her dreams settle against her chest like a warm hug. But immediately, her spirits dipped as she glanced back at her children, seemingly unaware of this accolade. Later, amidst the laughter, she decided to make her way over. "Hey there. What are you two doing?" she asked, trying for a light tone. Mia jumped slightly and turned, her eyes wide. "Oh, just looking at some beauty tutorials, Mom. You should try this hairstyle." She gestured to the screen where an influencer demonstrated a twist that made Jenna's hair stand on end. "Looks fun," Jenna replied, forcing a smile. "How about we try something later? You know, it's not every day I have my first book launch." Alex chimed in, "Can we bring our tablet to the spa next week? We could film a tutorial with you. That would be so cool." The idea tugged at Jenna. A collaboration, a bridge over their worlds. Was this the way to connect her dreams with theirs? "Sure," she said slowly, feeling a tangle of hope. "Let us weave our worlds together." Cheers erupted from the partygoers as Mia and Alex jumped up in delight. In that moment, laughter spilled over like the refreshments on the side table. As the crowd parted, Jenna felt a shift in the air. Her children might not fully comprehend her journey, but perhaps they had more common ground than she realized. But a knot still twisted in her stomach. Would they truly appreciate the depth of her commitment? With her heart humming in a mix of excitement and confusion, Jenna caught her breath. Perhaps the real challenge lay ahead, not just in her writing, but in crafting a connection that spanned their dreams too. Could they come together in understanding, or would the gap widen even more? Jenna could only hope that in the dance of dreams, they would find a shared rhythm after all. The room buzzed with energy, the laughter of friends mingling with the soft strains of music. Yet Jenna felt a tightness in her chest, a subtle reminder that celebration also came with weight. The party flowed around her like a warm invitation, but the reality of her children's worlds tugged her focus away. "Mom, can we go now?" Mia's voice broke through the joyful chatter. Jenna turned to see her daughter's bright eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. It seemed an eternity since they had shared a simple outing, just the three of them. The thought brought an unexpected lump to her throat. "Go? Where?" Jenna asked, forcing a lightness she didn't quite feel. "To the spa. You know, the one we've been talking about forever." Mia bounced on her toes, her excitement palpable. "I even have a list of what we can do." Alex stood beside her, nodding vigorously. "We can make it a fun day. We could film everything and turn it into a vlog. It'll be awesome." The idea sparked something inside Jenna, a flicker of joy, mixed with uncertainty. She had poured countless hours into her book, into crafting a piece of herself for the world to see. But what if she sacrificed this moment, this promise to connect with her kids? She hesitated, seeing the anticipation in their eyes. There was a time when they would sit together reading stories, sharing dreams, and she was terrified of how quickly those moments shifted. It seemed vital to grab hold of these possibilities, but was this what her heart truly wanted? Suddenly, Kim appeared at Jenna's side, sensing her inner conflict. "You know, Jenna. A day at the spa doesn't mean your dreams stop. It can be a fun distraction. A chance to recharge, but I've waited so long for this launch," Jenna whispered, glancing back at the gathering friends, who were now fussing with balloons and decorations, some still buzzing about her book and what it meant. I don't want to miss this moment either. Kim's hand landed gently on her shoulder. Think of the connection. Sharing this experience could be nurturing in ways you haven't imagined yet. They remember this. It's about that shared joy, not just your single achievement. Jenna's heart softened. Kim was right. Balancing her dreams with motherhood wasn't about stepping away from one for the other, it was about merging them, creating a new rhythm, a symphony of shared experiences. Well, how about we compromise? Jenna said, glancing at her children. We can spend a few hours at the spa and then come back for the party. I'd hate for you guys to miss out on celebrating with everyone. Alex and Mia exchanged glances, their eyes wide with delight. Can we really? They chirped together. Yes, really. Jenna laughed, feeling the tension releasing as if it had been waiting for this very moment. Just promise me you'll keep me posted on all your beauty tips for the vlog, okay? Deal. The children cheered, moving in for a group hug. As they tightened the embrace, Jenna felt an overwhelming rush of love wash over her. Fear of missing out faded, overtaken by the promise of shared laughter and soul-nourishing moments. This was her dream, too, the joy in nurturing their relationship, but as they broke apart, a stray thought lingered. Would moments like these be enough to bond them as they continued to grow? With her spirit lifted, Jenna grabbed her phone, ready to share the excitement. Let's take a quick picture before we head out. Mom, Mia, and Alex full-on spa day style. As they posed, arms wrapped around each other, Jenna couldn't shake her instinctive worry. Would the shared experiences really help bridge their worlds? The camera clicked, capturing that moment of joy, a moment that felt both fleeting and monumental. And as she looked at the playful smiles radiating from her children, Jenna wondered, with each shared experience, could she build that difficult bridge across their dreams, or were they already weaving more distance than she realized? The spa was a swirl of soft colors and calming scents, an escape from Jenna's chaotic thoughts. As they stepped inside, the gentle tinkling of wind chimes set a serene tone. Mia and Alex immediately broke away, eagerly eyeing the options displayed on a chalkboard propped against the wall. Can we try the lavender massage? Mia squealed, bouncing on her feet. Alex pointed at the neon sign announcing clay facials. And that? I heard it's awesome for your skin. Jenna took a deep breath, letting the lavender drift around her. For the first time that day, she felt a genuine smile forming. It was a breath of fresh air, a welcome contrast to the whirlwind of her book's launch preparations. Sure, let's do it all. But don't forget we have to keep it low-key and not scare the spa staff with our vlogging, Jenna said, her tone playful. The children laughed as they tried to move around the room without glancing at the cameras. Jenna watched them, realizing how much this little adventure mattered. It felt healing, not just for her, but for the bond they were nurturing. As they settled into the cozy chairs, the spa staff began to set the scene. For that brief moment, the rest of the world faded away. Jenna focused on the chatter of her kids, how their words flowed freely now, like water through a stream, while Mia giggled about the beauty treatments. Alex fluffed the oversized robe he had draped around his shoulders. Mom, look at me. I'm so fluffy. He struck a pose, arms wide open. Jenna couldn't help but laugh. His youthful spirit, wrapped in that voluminous robe, radiated pure joy. It struck her that this was what she needed, these moments where the kids could just be kids, unburdened by the weight of growing up. As they took their seats in a peaceful room for the massage, Jenna was overcome with a sense of calm. The ambience, enhanced by sibilant whispers of the staff, invited comfort. But the moment of relaxation was short-lived. Within minutes, the nagging worry crossed her mind again. The official launch was just a few hours away. Would this time at the spa be enough to soothe the flurry of emotions she felt around her achievements? Mom, can you film us doing the foot soak? Mia yelled after the spa staff finished explaining the treatments. The request jolted Jenna from her thoughts. Of course. That'll be fun. Jenna replied, pulling out her phone with renewed purpose. As the camera rolled, she captured the two of them dipping their feet into a warm, bubbling basin filled with petals. Laughter enveloped the room when Alex made a dramatic face, pretending to be overwhelmed by the tickles. "Just to clarify," Mia said, her finger hovering over her phone's screen as she prepared for the vlog. "Mom has a big book launch happening today, and she is still here with us." Jenna chuckled. "Exactly. It's all about balance." "Wait, is this way more important than your book?" Alex asked, a playful smirk on his face as he splashed water towards Mia. "It's different. But in this moment?" "Yes." Her heart felt full, even if the lingering question remained, was this satisfying enough to build lasting connections? Just then, her phone buzzed with notifications about her book launch. Unread messages poured in, updating her about the festivities. It pushed a fresh wave of anxiety through her. She wanted to be present with her kids, yet the world she had created awaited outside. As a reflex, she stepped away, walking toward the corner of the spa to catch a breath. It should have been a blissful day, yet within her, a battle raged on. Should she indulge in these moments or jump back into the whirlwind awaiting her? But as laughter erupted from Mia and Alex, the realization hit her. Maybe every fleeting moment made the bigger picture clearer. In that instant, Jenna decided. The invitation to stay meant more than any milestone. Connecting mattered most now, and perhaps, just perhaps, that could inspire her writing in ways she hadn't yet imagined. And as she returned to her children, ready to embrace the laughter and silliness, she couldn't help but formulate a plan. She wondered, could this day not only strengthen their bond but also fuel her creativity? With renewed determination, she looked at them both. "What do you say we turn this spa day into our own special launch party?" Could the magic of this moment transform her writing and their connection? Jenna felt a spark of excitement as her words hung in the air. Mia's eyes widened, reflecting the twinkle of playful mischief that jumped in her soul. Alex jumped off his chair, landing with a thud that echoed in the intimate spa. "Yes. A launch party. Can we invite the staff too?" he asked, already envisioning the whole room packed with laughter. Mia clapped her hands. "And we can have a cake. How cool would that be?" She swung her legs back and forth, beaming with enthusiasm. Jenna chuckled softly, feeling a warmth blooming inside. This day was not just about her, it was a family affair now. It was surreal how they could absorb all her worries and transform them into possibilities, laughter bubbling forth like the soothing water around them. "All right, I'll get the decorations," she said, playfully rolling up her sleeves as if she were preparing for battle. "And you two can be my party planning committee. We'll need banners, and can we make a sign that says Mom's amazing book?" Mia interjected, eyes sparkling with creativity. "Absolutely. And let us film the whole thing, we'll turn it into an epic vlog special." Jenna couldn't remember the last time she felt so genuinely connected to her kids, and in that moment, the weight of the book launch felt lighter. As they started to brainstorm ideas, Jenna felt the heaviness lift, replaced by the lighter energy that filled the room. The nagging anxiety about book sales faded, becoming a distant hum. Alex caught Jenna's gaze and grinned, as if sensing the shift. "This is so much better than waiting in line at some boring book signing." "Exactly. Who needs a stuffy bookstore when we have a spa day to celebrate?" she replied, her smile widening with each vision spun in their minds. As she captured their excitement on camera, Jenna saw it truly for the first time: they were in this journey together. The book was a reflection of her experiences, and now, it was turning into a tapestry woven with their joy, laughter, and creativity. Mia began to finger paint with the petals from the foot soak. "Look, Mom. I'm making a masterpiece. Perfect for the decorations." Jenna exclaimed, her heart swelling with pride, but just as they were lost in the planning, another buzz from her phone pulled her attention back to reality. With a swift glance, her breath caught in her throat. It was a message from her editor. "Hey Jenna, can you jump on a quick call? We need to discuss today's launch events." The smile vanished from her face, the chaos crept back. Should she prioritize the call or remain in this blissful moment, crafting memories with her kids? The dichotomy gripped her heart. She wanted to hurry back to the call, to the world outside this serene bubble, but then she looked at Mia squishing the petals and Alex dancing, completely absorbed in their fun. "Mom. Are you okay?" Mia's voice cut through Jenna's thoughts. Jenna realized the truth. Today was about more than just her book. It was about celebrating everything that led her here, and the people who mattered most. "I'm going to take 1 minute," she finally said, determination settling in her chest. "Then I'll be right back to help with the party planning." As she stepped away to take the call, a wave of resolve washed over her. This day was theirs, and she wouldn't let anything take that away. Feeling revitalized yet apprehensive, she raised her phone to her ear. The words of her editor loomed large in her mind. Would the call confirm her fears or galvanize her next steps? As she listened, she wondered, could this conversation change everything? Jenna's heart pounded as she waited for her editor to pick up. She could sense the atmosphere shifting, the laughter of her kids faded slightly into the background. She needed to focus. "Hey, Jenna. Thanks for calling back so quickly." The familiar voice of her editor, Karen, brought a rush of familiarity, but she could hear the urgency. "Of course," Jenna replied, trying to shake off her anxiety. "What's up?" "We need to discuss the launch strategy. There have been some changes due to, well, let's say unexpected interest in your book." Jenna's breath hitched. Could this be a good thing? Or was it just another hurdle? What kind of changes? She pressed, fighting to keep her voice steady. "Well, we might have to adjust your launch schedule a bit. It seems like there's a growing buzz around it big enough for a larger venue." Her mind raced. Larger venue? More people. That meant more pressure. But her excitement fought to break through. "Are you saying we might have an actual crowd? Like, people I don't know?" "Exactly. Think of it as a chance to expand your reach. We want to capitalize on this momentum." Jenna could hear the flutter of wings in her stomach. It was almost dizzying. She imagined a sea of faces, some eager, some skeptical, all there to see her, to hear her story. They would want something from her. And for a second, it felt heavier than every word she had put on paper. "What if I freeze?" she nearly whispered, the gravity of it all pressing down like a weight. "Jenna, listen to me. You're an incredible storyteller. This is an opportunity. Think of those moments with Mia and Alex just now. You have the warmth and the light to pull them in. Just be yourself. Breathe," she reminded herself, but it was hard with her heart racing. "Okay," she said slowly, testing the word. "I'll be myself. And we can adjust things to include your kids in some way. They should be part of this launch too, don't you think?" The thought brought a smile to her lips. "Yes. They're the ones who kept me grounded through all of this." "Yes. So, how about you take a breather on that call and refocus on your party today? We can touch base later this week to finalize the details." "Sure." She breathed, feeling a wave of relief wash over her. "Thank you." As she hung up, she turned back to the spa area, the vibrant laughter of her children pulling her back. They were still gleefully painting and planning, and she realized how much she needed this moment, this slice of pure, unfiltered joy before the storm of excitement her book launch promised. "Mia, Alex." She called, gratitude overflowing. They looked up, their faces lit by the golden spa lights. "We might need to make this party even bigger." They jumped with joy, and Jenna couldn't help but join in, her worries slipping away with every bounce. "Can we invite everyone from school?" Mia asked, her eyes shining brightly. "Of course. And let us think even bigger. What if we set up games, activities? A little fair vibe?" Both kids shrieked in excitement. Mia dashed off to find colorful markers, her buzz a whirlwind of ideas that swirled around the room. Alex followed, drawing a blueprint for games on the nearest whiteboard. As the excitement rekindled inside her, Jenna felt hope prism out like light through glass. They were ready to take on the world, this family united in creativity. With each idea exchanged, Jenna felt a renewed confidence in her story, her ability to connect, and her place among them. But just as they were gearing up for their planning session, there was a soft pinging from her phone, demanding attention. What now? Jenna reached for her phone, apprehension creeping in. "Mom. What is it?" Alex asked, his voice suddenly serious. She hesitated, the spark of excitement given way to uncertainty. As she unlocked her screen, 2 words popped up: breaking news. Her heart raced. Could this be about her book? "Hang on," she said softly to them, her heart pounding anew. "Let us see what this is about." Jenna's fingers shook slightly as she swiped through her notifications, her eyes drawn to the headline displayed on the screen. It was stunning, jarring even. Local author Jenna Wood's debut novel receives national attention. A sharp intake of breath escaped her lips as a rush of adrenaline coursed through her. "Mom." Mia's voice snapped her back to the moment. "What does it say?" "It's about my book. It seems like it's getting a lot of buzz," Jenna said, the weight of the news settling in her chest. This was the momentum her editor had hinted at, but it felt surreal and overwhelming all at once. Alex leaned in, his curiosity piqued. "Is it good news?" "Very good news," Jenna replied, her smile feeling wobbly. It was a day she had dreamed of for years, but the reality was laced with pressure. The article already had her thinking of all the what-ifs. What if it flopped? What if she stumbled over her words during the launch? "They're saying people really want to hear my story. Because you're amazing. You tell the best stories, Mom." Mia exclaimed, her pride evident. The lift in Mia's voice bolstered Jenna's spirit. The excitement returned, bubbling up amidst her anxiety. "And we're going to make this launch unforgettable." She looked over at her kids, their faces aglow with anticipation. "Can I help?" Alex asked. He loved helping her with the little tasks, whether it was planning the book cover designs or organizing her notes. "Absolutely, buddy. Let us brainstorm some fun ideas for this party." Her heart raced at the prospect. They huddled together, plotting ways to incorporate games, interactive readings, and perhaps even a little dramatic reading of her favorite scenes. Ideas flowed like water, gleeful screams punctuating their discussions. As they sketched their plans, her phone buzzed again, more notifications flooding in. She skimmed through the messages, feeling both flattered and fearful. The editor's words echoed, "What if I freeze? Why don't we also invite Dad?" Alex suggested suddenly, looking between his mom and Mia. "He'll want to see this." Jenna paused for a moment, her heart squeezing. It had been a while since her ex-husband had joined them for family events. It brought an awkward blend of hope and dread. That could be a good idea. You should ask him." Mia chirped, fresh excitement lining her voice. "I bet he'd love to be there." A light flickered in Jenna's heart. She wanted their launch to be a celebration of family, showcasing their bond. Would he come? Did he even care about her updates anymore? "I'll message him later," she promised, tucking that thought aside for now. Just as they were gearing up for more brainstorming, there was a sudden flicker in the lights, the soft thrum of laughter now tinged with excitement. But her phone buzzed yet again, a direct message from a prominent book blogger who wanted to discuss a feature on her debut. Jenna's breath caught in her throat. Each interaction felt like a cue, a reminder of the new life breathing into her dreams. But would she really be able to manage it all? "What's wrong, Mom?" Alex's innocent inquiry pulled her from her thoughts. I don't know if I'm ready for all of this," she confessed, unsure if she was being a good example in front of Mia and Alex. "You'll be fine," Mia said confidently, her wide eyes full of belief. "You're our mom. You can do anything." A surge of warmth wrapped around Jenna. Her kids were her biggest supporters. But the urgency of the situation loomed. Let us go make this party happen, Jenna said, summoning her courage, willing to embrace whatever unfolded next. Feeling a flutter of hope, she put her phone down. Yet just as laughter erupted again between them, another notification blinked through the sound, pulling her focus back. "Mom, what is it now?" Alex asked, his eyes wide. A mix of emotions flooded Jenna's heart as she clicked to open the notification, her insides twisting. She felt as if the world around her held its breath, waiting for her reaction. "Let us see," she muttered softly to herself, anxiety mixing with a flicker of anticipation. What more could possibly be waiting for her? Jenna held her breath as the screen loaded. Her heart raced. The announcement of the book launch had her emotions swirling, but this next message felt different. It wasn't just the excitement of a notification, it carried an edge of uncertainty. "Mom." Mia prodded, waving her hands animatedly as if trying to pull her back to reality. "What does it say?" Jenna blinked rapidly, glancing down at the words that materialized. It was a request from a local morning news show, asking if she'd like to come on air for an interview to discuss her book. A pang of fear and exhilaration struck her. This was big. "They want me to be on TV," she breathed, the weight of it settling over her like a heavy blanket. "What? That's awesome!" Alex shouted, his small fist pumping in the air. Mia giggled with glee. "I want to see you on TV." "You need to do it, Mom." But Jenna's mind raced. A million thoughts spiraled. She had never done anything like this before. What if she stuttered? What if no one cared to watch? The pressure of being the focus, of having to articulate her feelings about her work to a crowd she couldn't see, made her palms feel clammy. "Mom, it'll be epic. You can wear that new dress we picked out." Alex cheered, clearly oblivious to her internal turmoil. Jenna's thoughts crumbled when she thought about the fleeting attention of her ex-husband, Matt. Would he see her? Would he be proud? Or would it only serve as a reminder of the life they had lost? "I don't know, guys, it's a lot," she finally managed, her voice wavering slightly. "Do it for us then," Mia proclaimed, wrapping her arms around Jenna's waist. "You've got this." A battle waged in Jenna's heart, the encouraging voices of her children battling against her fears. But these moments also triggered a realization: the love she had for them and the moments they had created together were enough to outweigh that fear. "Okay," Jenna said, finding her resolve. "I'll do it." "Yay!" Both kids cheered, and the weight finally began to lift from her heart. If nothing else, she'd make them proud. Suddenly, a thought struck her. "You know what? If we're really going to make this launch special, we need to kick it up a notch. Maybe we can plan a surprise for everyone. A theme." Ideas began to spark like fireworks in her mind. She pictured colorful decorations, laughter, and she could already hear the music playing in the background. "What kind of theme?" Alex asked, tilting his head. How about a storybook theme? We could have fairy tale decorations, literary games, and everyone dressing as their favorite characters," Jenna said, feeling the enthusiasm rise in her. "A princess!" Mia exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. "And I'll be a brave knight." Alex jumped in, swinging an imaginary sword. Jenna chuckled, imagining the scene. Suddenly, her phone buzzed again, another notification. She glanced at the screen, and her heart sank. That it was a message from Matt. The words felt heavy. "Hey Jenna, heard the buzz about your book. Thought I'd reach out. Can't wait to see how it goes. Hope the kids are well." His casual tone stung. She had been trying so hard to put the past behind them, yet here it was, a reminder of not only their split but also the lingering connection they shared. Did he genuinely care, or was it just a fleeting thought? Could she respond without feeling emotional turmoil? "Mom, are you okay?" Alex's voice pulled her from her thoughts. Jenna took a deep breath. "Yeah, I'm okay, buddy. Just thinking. Mia rolled her eyes playfully. Let us get back to the party. What else can we do? What if we have a create-your-own-story booth? Jenna suggested, her mind whirring. Kids could write or draw their ideas. It'd be inspired by my book. Awesome. Mia clapped her hands, clearly taken by the idea. As they dove back into planning, Jenna felt a hint of determination surge through her. She'd make this launch a joyous celebration, not just for her, but for her family. Despite worries skirmishing in her mind about Matt's message, she felt empowered by the love surrounding her, but just when she was about to share another idea. Her phone buzzed again. Another message from Matt. Mom. What now? Alex's wide eyes mirrored her own curiosity. Jenna glanced at the screen, her heart racing again. She hesitated, caught between wanting to shield her kids from any confusion while needing to face the truth of her feelings. Let us see, she whispered, anxiety dancing in her chest again. What was he really trying to say? Jenna's fingers hovered over the screen, her breath caught in her throat. The words appeared, filling her chest with a mix of dread and anticipation. I'd love to catch up before the launch. Want to grab coffee? The message felt like a weight added to her already overloaded mind. Mom. What does it say? Alex's anxious voice brought her back to the moment, his curiosity pulling her from the swirling thoughts of what a meeting with Matt might stir up. Just a message from a friend, she managed, wanting to keep the details away from their innocent eyes. Her heart raced as she contemplated the kind of discussion coffee might lead to. In that moment, every bit of her wanted to yell out that she was moving on, but there was a nagging part that wondered if maybe, just maybe, he wanted to rekindle what they once had. Are we getting back to the party planning? Mia chirped. You said we'd create our own stories. Nodding, Jenna tried to redirect her focus. Right. How about we set up a corner where kids can dress up as their favorite characters? Can I be a pirate? Alex asked, eyes bright. Sure. And maybe we can have you tell a pirate story. Jenna's smile was genuine now. The thought of the launch was starting to ignite excitement once more, but the tension lingered. Should she ignore Matt's message, or did she owe him a response? It wasn't fair to her kids to have her mind elsewhere. Alright, party planning, she said, tapping into the strength of her earlier resolve. Everyone dresses as their favorite character, and we'll have cake. Everybody loves cake. Mia laughed. And maybe snacks like popcorn and cookies? Absolutely. Jenna felt her spirits lifting alongside her children's enthusiasm. Let us make it magical. As they plotted their decorations and possible snacks, Jenna's phone buzzed again. The screen lit up with something completely unexpected. A group chat had been created, and it was filled with enthusiastic replies from several friends and family about the upcoming launch. Mia, look. Everyone's excited. Jenna's heart warmed as she read messages filled with smiling emojis and exclamation points. They were all rallying behind her, offering to help create a memorable event. Oh, maybe Aunt Lily can bring her famous cupcakes. Mia squealed. And Uncle Steve can handle the music. Alex chimed in. Jenna felt a rush of support. She wasn't alone in this journey. But through that warmth, the icy nag of uncertainty about Matt's invitation returned. How would that conversation go? What would he say? Mom. Alex's voice snapped her back again. You're super focused today. Are you alright? She nodded, though the sense of unease lingered. Just excited to make this the best day ever. Now, what else should we plan for activities? Hours passed as they dove deep into planning. Laughter filled the air as they envisioned everything from games to costumes. The more ideas flowed, the tighter the bond felt in their little world. Jenna couldn't shake the thought of Matt, but she pushed it to the back of her mind, choosing instead to focus on her children and this new chapter of her life. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden light through the window, Jenna checked her phone one last time. There was a new notification, and her heart skipped a beat. It was from Matt again, simple and direct. Just realized we need to talk about our past if we're going to navigate the future. Her heart raced. What if talking about the past threatened everything she'd been building with her children? Now it felt like a tidal wave crashing down on her joy. Do I respond? She muttered more to herself than anyone else. Mia looked up, her eyes wide and curious. Mom, is something wrong? She hesitated, the weight of choices resting heavy on her shoulders. Could she answer Matt without unraveling everything she created with her kids? The fluttering in her stomach intensified. I think I need to think about this. The room fell quiet, the air thick with possibilities. She'd led her kids in an exciting direction, but was she strong enough to confront her own past? What happens next? Alex whispered, sensing the tension. I don't know, Jenna replied, her heart torn. The uncertainty settled in. Did she really want to open that door? And, more importantly, what would it mean for the fairy tale she was trying to create? Jenna sat in the soft glow of the spa, surrounded by her children, the noise fading into a background hum. The buzz of her phone still echoed in her ears. Each notification felt like a weight on her chest, the juxtaposition of joy in the room and uncertainty lurking just beyond the door. Mom, let us get back to planning. Mia chirped, her spirit infectious. What else can we do for the launch party? Jenna forced a smile. Right. We'll create a treasure hunt. Each clue can lead to a new story idea. The excitement on Mia's and Alex's faces melted away her anxiety, if only for a moment. But deep down, flashes of doubt loomed. She needed to respond to Matt, but did she have the energy to revisit the past? Yet, as she glanced at Alex and Mia, something stirred inside her. This was their moment, a chance to build lasting memories. Okay, here's the plan. Jenna said, channeling her newfound determination. How about we name our party Hero Day? Everyone comes dressed as their favorite character. And we'll even have a writing corner. Heroes. Alex squeaked, his eyes bright with excitement. Like superheroes or princesses? Exactly. Jenna laughed, feeling her heart lift. And the story booth could allow kids to make their own hero tales. You guys can read them out loud too. The laughter of her children mixed with the scent of essential oils wafting through the air, and for a moment, everything felt uncomplicated again. They tossed around ideas, crafting a day that seemed to promise magic and laughter. As Jenna watched them brainstorm, she could feel the brightness returning to her heart. Maybe this day was about more than just her book. It was about creating a legacy with her children, teaching them about dreams, fulfillment, and the beauty of shared moments. Hey guys, can I make a proposal? Mia asked, her brows furrowed in genuine effort. What if we also make get-to-know-you cards? We can ask everyone what their favorite story is, then read them. Great idea. Jenna cheered, relief coursing through her. It was moments like these that strengthened their bond. It bridged the world she hoped to unify. Just as they returned to crafting their ideas, a sudden buzz from her phone snapped Jenna back from the enchanting world they were constructing. It was another message from Matt. She could feel the world pause as anticipation twisted her stomach. Mom, what did Dad say? Alex's innocent question hung heavy in the air. Jenna hesitated. Would it be fair to drag her kids into this uncertainty? It wasn't fair. It's just a message. But internally, the conflict stirred a tug-of-war between her past and present. Can we just drop it? We've got an amazing party to plan. Mia grinned, bringing Jenna back. The kids were cheering, ready to dive into the fantasies they were creating together. Let us keep our focus on Hero Day, Jenna said, pushing back the thoughts of Matt one more time. We'll turn this into a celebration of every hero, every character who helps us become who we are. As laughter erupted once more, Jenna couldn't help but feel invigorated. They were creating something special, a tangible reminder of their lives together. But her heart was still tethered, longing to confront her past with Matt while cherishing the present. Finally, as the last sliver of daylight disappeared and the studio lights above flickered, they concluded their planning session. Joy and purpose filled the space around them. Jenna felt her resolve firmly in place. "All right, team," Jenna said, a sense of finality in her voice. "Let us get to work. We need to start crafting decorations, gather supplies, and document everything for our vlog. I'll call Aunt Lily." Mia chimed in, her energy unyielding. "And I'll sketch out the treasure hunt," Alex said, eyes sparkling. With tasks set, the energy shifted. Jenna couldn't shake the thought of her impending phone call with Matt. But she held on to the warmth in her heart as she plunged into creativity. Strands of laughter intermingled with bursts of ideas echoed through the spa.as. They piled their tasks into an adorable huddle, Jenna felt invigorated. This was the true core of family. And even if her past loomed like an unopened door, she vowed not to let it define their present. With a smile brighter than the sun, she was ready for everything that lay ahead: launch, family, community, and love. "Remember, this is our story now, and we get to write it how we choose," Jenna proclaimed, arms wide open, embracing the optimism around her. As Alex and Mia giggled, Jenna's heart buzzed with joy. Life kept throwing challenges, but for now, they were united, crafting their dreams together. In this whirlwind of activity, she realized something simple but profound: every moment they shared wasn't just beautiful, it etched itself into their collective story. Later that night, as they scrolled through her notifications one last time, a small voice of clarity settled in her mind. "You know what? I think I'll respond to Matt." She breathed deeply, preparing to face whatever story lay waiting, embracing the excitement of the unknown with the loves of her life by her side. Maybe they could rise, together as heroes of their own tale. After all, you need to subscribe now to our channel to not miss the next exclusive stories. This is the moment to show your support. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm, it truly makes a difference. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. Your support means everything.